What is up, guys? This is your uncertified Robocraft archaeologist here to bring you the history of a bot that was the founding father of overtiering. This bot wasn't loved by many, but was part of a golden era. Ladies and gents, we have been spotted by the satellites. So what was the legacy behind this bot and why was it hated? Let's start off with its origin. Satellites emerged around the end of July 2014. It had a bad reputation and was often discouraged. However, the amount of players using this type of bot started to rise over time. The design of this bot was fairly simple. It utilized a high-tier railgun along with some T4 helium to float and sometimes thrusters for movement around the map. This type of bot was often matched with players in tier 2 through 4. So how does this bot manage to play against low tier players even though it has a high tier weapon? The main reason is due to the total robot ranking. Due to the lack of overall armor, this satellite is able to bring a high tier weapon into a low tier match. The way satellite works, it pretty much floats to the sky until it reaches its max height limit. Once there, you were able to pick off your victims even from out of render distance for easy kills. Although rails had a long reload timer, the amount of damage and precise shot meant an instant kill. There were also some satellites that used an SMG, but were not as effective since it didn't give an instant kill, which allowed the enemy to get a chance to fight back. Satellites also had a variety of sizes and armor styles with electroplates. This type of bot began the trend of overtiering, which is a method of using a high tier weapon in a low tier match. This made the playing field very unfair since the amount of damage a satellite had was superior in the battlefield. Back in these times, weapons were made for certain tiers, and there were multiple tiers of armor. A common mistake for satellites were blimps. Blimps were more mobile and were not designed for overtiering, while satellites were more stationary and were only viable in lower tiers. The legacy of this bot was short-lived. On November 20th, 2014, the Wolf Fest update provided wolf legs and wolf cubes and everything over woofy, but also contained a patch for helium. This nerf was to ensure that the max ceiling for helium would be reduced. This meant that once the bot was lifted above a certain level, the bot would lose stability and lift, making it difficult to play as a satellite bot overall. This in fact made some blimp players very unhappy, because as a whole, bots with helium were just not the same as before. In the end, this lifespan was fun to experience, whether you were the player or the victim. So that pretty much wraps it up for this video. Let me know in the comment section down below, if you played an overtiered satellite, what was your greatest moment? And what history video would you like to see next? Definitely, I want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for all your robo needs. And until next time, this is SpaceKryptonite logging out. I will catch you guys later.
Play of the game.
It's